What you're looking at is a road in Europe, not Antarctica, not the Arctic. This is France. On both sides stand snow walls nearly 8 meters high, and in just 10 days, almost 3 meters of snow fell in the French Alps. But here's what truly alarms experts. We're living in a warming world. So why are winters becoming more extreme? What happens when the snow stops falling, but the mountain is still unstable? From January 9th to 11th, 2026, snowfall returned to the Alps after a dry start to winter. Resorts reopened, tourists returned, business recovered. But beneath the fresh powder lay a weak layer of crystals formed during earlier cold periods, a fragile base. As snowfall intensified, that hidden layer began losing stability. On February 13th, Avalanche danger was rated 4 out of 5. A group skied off-piste at Rosière. In just 20 seconds, a slab collapsed. 3 people died. 6 were swept away. This wasn't random. It was a warning that the snowpack across the region had become dangerously unstable. The survivors had almost no time to react. Just seconds earlier, they were skiing down a beautiful alpine slope in the heart of winter. And only moments later, the entire mountainside began to move. Rescue teams were quickly dispatched to the scene. But in avalanche disasters, time is the most critical factor. Studies show that when a victim is buried under snow, the chance of survival drops dramatically after the first 15 minutes, mainly due to lack of oxygen. What worried meteorologists and avalanche experts even more was not just the accident itself, it was what it revealed. Throughout early February, the Alps had experienced several consecutive heavy snowfalls. Fresh, heavy, moisture-rich snow accumulated rapidly on top of older, weaker layers. At the same time, strong winds at high elevations redistributed the snow, piling it into thick slabs across many slopes. Together, these conditions created what experts call snowpack instability. In other words, across many alpine slopes at that time, it would take only a small trigger, a single skier, a slight vibration, or even the natural pull of gravity to set off a deadly avalanche. And Rosière was only the first warning sign. Because in the days that followed, as storms continued dumping snow across the Alps, the entire region was moving toward one of the most dangerous phases of the winter of 2026. On February 16th and 17th, orange and red avalanche alerts were issued across Savoy and Haute-Savoie. On February 17th, a low-pressure system was named Storm Pedro. Pedro brought moist Mediterranean air, strong upper-level winds, heavy snowfall. When that air hit the Alps, it was forced upward. Temperatures dropped. Moisture condensed. Snowfall intensified. Wind redistributed snow onto north-facing slopes, forming dense slabs above weak layers. The surface looked solid. Inside, it was primed to fail. Carried enormous weight. But the most dangerous moment wasn't during the storm. It was after. Heavy, wet snow rested on top of earlier weak layers. One small trigger, and an entire slope could collapse. On February 18th, snow and ice spread into northern and eastern France, showing the system's wide reach. On February 25th, another avalanche struck La Flégère in Chamonix. 3 people were buried. They survived. The danger didn't disappear with clear skies. Many avalanches happened days after the storm, when everything looked safe, but the layers beneath were not. By late February 2026, more than 60 avalanche deaths had been recorded across Europe. Around 27 occurred in France. This wasn't a single disaster. It was a chain reaction, an early weak layer, rapid accumulation, wind redistribution, a complete formula for failure. A warming planet doesn't eliminate snow. Warmer air holds more moisture. When that moisture meets freezing temperatures at high altitude, it falls as denser, heavier snow. Winters may be shorter, but snowfall can be more intense, more localized, more destructive. Disasters don't always arrive with noise. Sometimes they fall quietly, snowflake by snowflake, until the entire mountain moves.